Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl, Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts, coming to you with another video reaction upload. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. All of you guys' support is greatly and truly appreciated. If you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button. Click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. Don't forget to like the video as well. By liking the video and subscribing to the channel, it also helps me and my channel grow by getting in and remaining in the YouTube algorithm. And all of you guys' support is greatly and truly appreciated. And to show my appreciation for you guys subscribing, because you don't have to. So many other channels that you could be subscribed to and watching. So I do appreciate you taking time out of your busy days to come over and check me out and watch some of my content. I am doing a series of subscriber givebacks. I've already completed the first subscriber giveback. Once the channel reached 1,000 subscribers, I did a $100 cash giveback. If you would like to see that, it is under the live video, so you can check out that live. It was done live stream where I gave away the $100 to a lucky subscriber. It was supposed to have been 2 subscribers, but nobody else came in to win, so I ended up giving the other 50 to that one subscriber. So instead of 2 people getting $50, she ended up getting the entire $100 because I didn't want to keep the other 50. I said I'm gonna give away $100 and no one else joined, and she actually stayed on. I didn't know that was what was gonna happen. It just kind of was a spare of the moment because we was getting at the end of the video and she was still on, so I decided to go ahead and send her the other 50 as well, so she got a total of $100. Shout out Miss Judy. All right, the next subscriber give back is going to be at 5,000 subscribers. I'm going to give away a total of $200. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. There's going to be multiple give backs after that as well. The final give back is going to be at 1 million subscribers, where there's going to be a total of $1,000 give back. So tune in, subscribe, click that subscribe button, click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. Again, like the video. Also, share the video and leave your guys' comments down below. Y'all, we about to get into some things here. Hunted child, I just watched these skits from the barbecue. Y'all, it was just so much to unpack from this barbecue. I was like, damn. And everybody was there. A whole lot. Well, not everybody, but a whole lot of people was there, child. It was going down at the barbecue. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The shenanigans of it all at the barbecue get together. So we start off with what's her name? Candace and Chase arriving at the barbecue, and they was getting a little heated over there. So James came over there to see what was going down. He grabbed the watermelon. Chase handed him the watermelon. Trey came over with him. Then Amanda got the wine from Candace and handed it to Trey and sent them on their way. So Amanda and Ernestine is telling Trey and James that everything is cool. They can go put the stuff up. They good. So Candace and Chase is being greeted with Ernestine. She feisty because Amanda had said, she said, there's Candace and Chase pulling up, and Amanda like, oh, so she brought Chase with her too. And then she was like, yeah. She said, I didn't know he was coming either. So they get to the barbecue, and Ernestine immediately have a little smoke. She got a little attitude. She talking about she didn't invite them. And Chase and Candy was like, well, we got to invite from somewhere like that. Amanda was like, I invited them. I invited them. Like, well, I invited Candy. So they was like, okay, all right, all right, all right. They hashed it out and whatever. She was like, okay. She introduced James as her man. She introduced Trey as James' homeboy. Okay. So then, y'all, Jay come with Nadia and Ava. Ernestine was not happy about that. She was not expecting that. And they got into it. She was like, "How did you? Why are you gonna show up here with her like that?" And then he was like, your mama invited me, and her mama broke it in. You see her hand right there. She coming in. She said, "Yes, this is still my son. This is still my guest." And I told him he can invite her. This is my house. So she telling Ernestine, "You ain't running shit. This my house, and I can make it do what it do." And Ernestine looking like, "We can't be friends, 'cause I'm still in love with you." Y'all know that. I went by Mother's, saw your car there. To her, you still family, and it don't seem fair for everyone to just go on. Let me quit. Y'all know how the song go? How dare we grieve by shaking hands just months ago. I was your man. I was your man. Verbally we agreed it was over and we were through. Let me cut it out, y'all. Let me cut it out. But this was that moment for me. I was like, let me find out. Because, the mama still saying that he family, honey, baby. She's saying that he's still family. Let me calm down because they got me crunk and then had to sing. But anyway, she like, hold on, let me drink my coffee. So mama wasn't having it. Mama saying he is still family. And he could still come. I said, okay, Deborah Cox and them. And I forgot who sang that with Deborah Cox. I was singing his part. I ain't finna sing her part to y'all, cause baby, no. I can sing it though. I can sing for real, just a little bit. But what I be doing on here, no, that's not, no. My sister can sing. Like, well, all my people can sing. My sister can sing. My daddy can sing. My mama can sing. We can sing. I think my son can even sing. He don't sing that much. He used to sing all the time when he was in the shower, so he got a little voice, but he's never sung out loud like we've had to actually sing. We've actually sang solos and did songs. But anyway, that's enough about us. But mommy say, yes, I invited him. And I told him she can come. So Ernestine hotter than fish grease. And I don't know why. She said, then mama say, you invited James. You like, James came. I love James the same too. Like that, James. I heard somebody say my name. So he come over there and Ernestine and James looking at Jay. Ernestine looking at Jay. Jane looking at Jay like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Jay's came over there. Ernestine talking about last time y'all met, you got laid out on the ground. I was like, no, Ernestine, don't. Baby, that was so petty. Ernestine was wrong as hell for that. Like, girl, why did you say that? Like, child. And then she gonna tell her, my mom, you could have told me. Her mom saying, I gotta tell you nothing. And she don't, baby. That's her goddamn house. Ernestine, you should be doing all this mess that you're doing, honey. Like, that's crazy that you think that he can't have Nadia, but you can have James and Tre there. Like, girl, if you don't sit down somewhere, child. But that is funny. That was funny. I like mama. Honey, I was cackling. So then Amber and Candace have a talking. Amber going off on Candace. She was like, I've been trying to avoid you because I don't want to do this at my family function, but then you just want to come talk to me. And Chase a little punk. He gonna sit up there and say, there go Amber like that. And then he walked off. He let Candace talk to her, whatever. At first, he said when he first got there, he said he wanted to talk to her. But now he didn't. They should have walked up to her together so it wouldn't have to be multiple conversations. And Candace could have said what she said after Amber wouldn't listen, but Amber finally listened and Amber apologized to her. But Chase shouldn't have never walked off because he could have got checked at that moment and then they wouldn't have been as close to the crowd. And I feel like it would have went a little smoother, right? So they was getting mad and They were loud, and Candace was still loud because she was trying to get Amber to listen to her and understand, because Amber wasn't giving her a chance to talk. So she was like, just give me a chance. You know what I'm saying? Let me explain it. So when she explained it, Amber felt bad. She apologized. But Ernestine could hear it. So she came over there and she was like, is everybody all right? And Candace was like, yeah, we good. And then she said, Amber, are you all right? Because she ain't thinking about Candace. She's like, Amber, you all right? And she was like, yeah, we good like that. And so she apologized. And Ernestine looking like, don't apologize to this bro. But I don't think Ernestine knew all of it. I don't think Ernestine knew that Chase set Candace up pretty much or whatever. So then she was like, do you mind if I talk to my husband? And Kendall was like, hey, go ahead. Y'all, when I tell y'all Chase is another Anthony, I don't like Chase after this. I was already not feeling Chase with the mess that he be doing, because he act like another bitch. I'm sorry, another Mitch on here. Like Anthony, that's why they friends, because baby, birds of a feather, like Amber said. So Amber checked him and she was like, why do you feel that it was okay? And she was like, and then you blindsided Candace and you tell her. She was like, then he was like, he said, that's my friend. He said, I knew Anthony like that. She said, you a married man, so you gonna go out with a married man to another country with his whore like that? He gonna tell her that's his friend. And Chase talks too much, baby. When I tell y'all he ratted Anthony out, he said, well, first of all, Anthony asked me to go because he wanted me to share his money. You know what I'm saying? Share his money or whatever from this divorce. So y'all wouldn't know that, he was paying for this trip. Baby, that ain't nothing but even more ammo for Amber to use in a divorce. But I could see from the title of these other skits that's coming up after this, they probably ain't gonna end up getting no divorce. Child, Amber is out of her damn mind. But anyway, we're not finna jump to the next skit. I haven't even watched it yet, just looking at the title. But anywho, so he was like, she said, and then you was recording him. She like, you was recording him and everything like that. And then so Ernestine come over there as well. And then Chase was like, well, listen, that's my friend. So he was like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like that, if he go out with somebody, he asked me to go and I go, then I could do that. So he stood 10 toes down or whatever. So they was going at it. And she was like, you ain't no friend of mine or whatever. He was like, you was my husband's wife or whatever. So Amber ended up walking off because Ernestine telling her everybody can hear y'all, and everybody was, but they were looking back, everything. And I was surprised. First of all, I was surprised that Jay didn't get up and come over there. I don't even know, was Jay sitting over there? Because y'all remember Jay and Philip was mad at Anthony about the fact, and they was talking about somebody should have put hands on him. I know for a fact if Philip was there, baby, Chase would have got handled. Okay, they probably wouldn't have fought, but Philip probably would have came over there and checked Chase, and that's what I was expecting for Jay to do. But maybe Jay feels some type of way because I'm cool with Ernestine, so I don't know. But child, that couldn't have been one of my male cousins and a man talking to me crazy, baby. Girl, because Chase was acting like a whole little bitch. You know what I'm saying? He was talking loud. Candace had to come over there and tell him, she was like, you need to calm down, baby. You just need to apologize, accept accountability. So he kept on. He was like, he wasn't trying to, he was like, I said I'm sorry, whatever, but he wasn't really apologizing. He was apologizing, but coming with a but behind it. Like, you can't apologize and come with a but and say this and that, there, and other. So Amber got mad and she walked off. This is where Candace came over there and talking to him and trying to tell him he was wrong, because she was listening the whole time. So Amber was done with it and she walked off. Do you know Chase kept walking over there, coming to her? Well, he didn't walk up in her face, but he kept going over there instead of him leaving it alone. Once she walked off, you should have just walked off, left, went a different way or whatever. Do what you're going to do. Don't follow her and start nagging at her. Then he started going in on Ernestine, talking about her husband and her boyfriend, and she don't know how to keep a marriage to my y'all or the birds of the feather, and had the audacity to tell Amber that she should have kept her husband. Let me find out. First of all, she did try to keep her husband. Anthony ass ran away. Amber didn't kick Anthony out. He kicked himself out. See, all that little stuff Chase was doing was so bitch made. I was like, oh, hell no. He done lost his mind. I could not believe that Jay nor James got up and said anything. You know what I'm saying? Jay should have said something on the defense of Amber because that's his cousin. And then James should have said something on the defense of Ernestine once once Chase put Ernestine in it. But baby, I'm telling you, ain't no way in hell my family would have been there, or even my ex. You know what I'm saying? Like my ex right now to this day, my ex. And we've been broke up for some years or whatever. But if I call him and I need anything, he gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to him like that no more. We not together, but we was together for a long, long, long time where we can't be friends looking at. But anyway, if I call him, and I wouldn't call him for no drama or nothing like that, but if I call him and I need something, he's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be there to do whatever it is that I need, but I try not to call him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be that person. But I tell y'all, even if we would have been broke up and we would have been in this situation here, and the man would have been following me, trying to have the last word, like how Chase was doing. He was trying to have the last word, and that's what Candace was telling him. Like, that's not cool. That's a woman. Like, you can't do that. And he was telling Candace to shut up. I was like, oh, hell no. See, him and Anthony, because Anthony fuss with women too. I can't stand no ninja that fuss with women like that or whatever. I could see, like, if a woman come up to you charging you up like how Amber did, and you say what you got to say, but once she walked off, that should have been the end of it. But you want to keep following her to have the same word. He went from one side to this side to back to this side, and then even right here, I tried to get the other pictures or whatever, but I was like, okay, whatever. He walked all the way over there where the white tent was. He went in between the two tents. He came over here on this side. I mean, he just kept on. Like, dude, she telling you to go on, so scat. Baby, my ex-baby, he would have got handled. When I tell you they would have put hands on him, family or ex, baby, they not finna play about that. They not finna have that. You're not finna be walking around after a woman and walked off from you after a heated conversation, and you want to keep having the last word like a little bitch. Like, boy, Chase. See, I knew I wasn't liking Chase, but I was trying to get him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, we done. Chase is in the same being as Atlanta's. Like, it's a no for me. And I wish if Wayne would have been there, Wayne probably would have checked Chase too, because that's not cool. But it kills me that James, Trey, Jay, all of them, and any other dude that's there sat there and let it happen. Like, no, hell to the no, to the no, to the no, no, no. If I walk off, that means I'm done with it. Like, don't keep following me. Why would a man keep following them? I could see if it was even a woman. A woman shouldn't do it either. If somebody walk off and they done with the conversation, just be done with it. Go on. But to feel like you gotta have the last word as a man with a woman and keep following her, that's bitch made. So I'm sorry for the language, y'all. And so Candace telling him, and he like, what or whatever. He was like, no, he was like, she started it. She coming over here, and then Candace, he's my then Ernestine, she got her man and her boyfriend here. She don't know where she coming or going. He just worried about everything but he worried about the wrong thing. You was wrong. You shouldn't have been over there in Amber's face, kikiing, like Amber said. You even came to check on me after everything went down with her and Anthony. If you felt that way where you was like standing 10 toes down on Anthony's side, why did you even come to see about Amber after Anthony left to see if she was okay? Why worried about it? Just check on your friend. Check on your friend. Don't come over here being fake checking on me. You know what I'm saying? So Candace was letting him know he was wrong or whatever. So then Ernestine came over there, and then Chase started getting into it with Ernestine. And Candace was taking up for her husband. She kept saying, this my husband still, like that. But Ernestine was trying to check him about blindsiding his wife, saying, what type of husband is that? And he was like, girl, you can't even keep a husband. You know what I'm saying? You got your husband and your man here or whatever. And then Trey, and so they going at it. So then while they still going at it, Trey walked up. And he asking her if he okay. You would think James will be the one to walk up. He finally walk up, because at this point, he not finna let them be going in at Ernestine. You know what I'm saying? But that should have been James' fault. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner. But when Chase was going in at first, he wasn't too much going in on Ernestine. He was really following Amber and going in. He just threw Ernestine in there. So, okay, maybe that's why they didn't say nothing at first, but they still should have, period. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, Trey not having it, because he see Ernestine pissed off or whatever. So he coming to make sure she okay. And they looking like, Wait a minute. I thought she said the other one was her man. They confused as to why he's the one coming over here. But really, it really don't matter which man, but I could see how they feel it. Cause I was like, okay, Trey and James just sitting over there. I'm like, so James only got smoke for Jay. Oh, okay. We get it. Like, child, this is a hot mess. This whole barbecue was a hot mess, and so much was just going on. I was like, girl. Baby, if I would have been there, I would have had me a cold margarita over there sipping, looking like, nah, I probably wouldn't. When Chase was going in on Amber, I probably would have had to have something to say because all them ninjas, and I would have checked all them niggas out there. Excuse my language, but I would have checked all them ninjas out there for letting him follow her. Not because they had a heated conversation, but because he wouldn't leave it alone after she walked off. Like, don't follow her. Like, boy, if you don't go on somewhere, he would have had to leave. At that point, they would have had to go. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta go. So next thing you know, Trey and Ernestine over in the little chicken coop. I was like, see, Ernestine ain't got no sense. She ain't got no manners. She ain't got the good brain that the good Lord gave her. Like, cause why? You got your husband here, you got your man here, your daughter here, your family here, and then you go, oh yeah, I'm saying here and not here, however you say it, because I'm country, but I'm saying it because I'm saying it for the skit, for the people that be trying to talk shit. Ah, that rhyme. Woo, woo, woo. I'm sorry, y'all. I am so goofy. Anyway, child. So we got them over here in the chicken coop, getting cooped. Okay, they cooped up like Chase. So they over there doing their thing. Like, why would y'all do that when y'all got all these people here? Like, come on now. That was like the dumbest thing ever. Okay. All these people, you never know. James could have walked up. Anybody could walk up and then bam. Here come Chase and Candace, right? And then they hear them before they get there. So they want to sneak up on it and see what's going on. And look how they looking. Like, I know you effing lying. I know you effing lying. And so they were like, no, we were checking on the coops. We were checking on the kitchen. I mean, on the chicken like that. And then that's when Chase was like, because it looked like y'all was cooped up together. He said, are y'all the chickens? Because it looked like y'all was cooped. Baby, I was cackling. I said, this boy here is crazy as hell. I still can't stand him, but that was funny. That was funny. And Ernestine and Trey like a diva, that's all folks looking at. They was like a deer caught in the headlights, honey. And she was talking about, well, like, nah, you got to step up on this thing. And then I kind of like tripped and he had to catch me. I was like, girl, you just learn out your teeth, like through your teeth, like, oh my goodness. And Chase looking at Trey like, y'all, this was so funny. This point right here, I was like, oh my. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna watch this part again, y'all. I swear to God, I'm gonna watch this a few more times with just this part about the chicken coop. Cause baby, I was hollering. I was screaming. I had to wait a while before I did the reaction cause baby, I couldn't stop laughing. Chasing them stupid. And so Candace say, well, you got your tag out right here, and Ernestine looking, Trey looking like that. Candace like, yeah, like, ooh, like, girl, that didn't look good like that or whatever. So they were like, Ernestine and Trey, they were like, okay, well, y'all keep looking around the property. This is the horse stable, but we use it as the chicken coop, and then we got the horses. Like, y'all can keep looking around or whatever. And because somebody told them they could, go around and see the property or whatever. So, baby, they were like, yeah. And so, honey, Chase and Candace, they back there gossiping about it or whatever. Baby, this was so funny. And then Trey and Ernestine went back to the barbecue. But, child, I can't believe that James didn't come looking for him. James should have noticed that they was gone. Like, James so slow. Like, He's slow and dumb like this, child. But I guess he think probably that Ernestine would never cross that line with his friend, or maybe he think his friend would never cross that line with his girl or whatever. But if she crossed that line with you while she married, she capable of doing anything, son. Like, child, these kids be, child, they be tripping me out. But tell me what y'all think about these barbecue shenanigans. Like, baby, it was going down at the barbecue. It was going down. I wish Philip would have been there. I wish one of them guys would have got up and checked Chase and told him, and they didn't even have to check him in a bad way, but like, dude, this is a woman and she walked off. You need to just go your own separate way. You don't have to have the last word. His wife was trying to tell him, but he's checking her too. He don't care. It's like he feel like women is beneath him, just like he told her to shut up. Like, I know you lying. And then had the audacity there. I did see the skit where, because I wanted to see what he was talking about, where he call himself checking Candace for not having his back at the barbecue. And she was like, what do you mean? She said, I had your back. She was like, but what I was telling you is that this is a woman. You don't need to have the last word with a woman. Talking about he was tossing and turning, he couldn't sleep. Boy, please, you already. And I thought maybe they didn't have the conversation at the barbecue, but now that I watched it, they did have the conversation at the barbecue. So you left that barbecue and you still took that with you, and you mad at your wife because she was right, and you shouldn't have been going back and forth with no woman like that. You should have just apologized and went on about your business, because you was wrong. You was in the goddamn wrong. But you want to sit up here and try to check Amber and check Ernestine and check your wife. Like, boy, you crazy as hell. You out your mind. And see, the men should let him know that they ain't gotta fight him or nothing like that. But as a man, they should have stopped that. Like, don't be letting this man sit up here, follow this woman around. See, that couldn't have been me. See, baby, because if you following me around, at this point, I feel threatened. At this point, because if I walked off, we had words or whatever, and I said what I had to say, you said what you had to say, and I see it's not going nowhere. So I'm not getting through to you. You're not getting through to me. So if I'm the bigger person and I walk off, which the man, you supposed to be the bigger person. You supposed to be the man. You should have been the one that walked off and not argue with no woman. But the woman walked off. They walked off, and you proceeded to follow them and keep yap, 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 yap. Baby, see, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no how. No man shouldn't be doing that. And that's why, baby, y'all better protect yourself, honey. Y'all better protect yourself. I'm not saying he was trying to fight her, but you never know. You never know. Because if it could have got heated into that point, he seemed like the type that would probably try to fight a woman. Because why you still arguing with her? Why is you following her? Like, she done went sat down and you steady following her. Like, at this point, I feel like you mean me some harm, baby, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do, baby. Okay, babe. See, Chase is a whole hole. Okay. And tell me what y'all think. Leave y'all comments down below. Like the video, share the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? It is fun over here. Click that subscribe button. Click that bell notification for all, so that you never miss an upload. And as we say before we go, love, peace, and hair grease. Smooches. Bye. Have a wonderfully blessed Sunday. Bye.